Good evening. Thanks a lot for staying with us here at CNN News 18. You're watching the Super Saturday debate. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. The Congress has done it yet again. The Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has indulged in name-calling once again, this time even getting the Prime Minister's father. The Congress President addressing an election rally in Mallikarjun Kharge made a derogatory remark at the Prime Minister and said, and I'm quoting, "The BJP never speaks the truth. The KCR never speaks the truth. Modi said, vote for me, I'll give you 15 lakhs. What did he really give? He lied." That's the comment that came from the Congress President. But what has now become really problematic for the Congress is the comment that came after that from the Congress President, where Mallikarjun Kharge went on to say, and I'm quoting once again, on one hand there is the Prime Minister, on the other hand the Prime Minister's father, KCR, is here. He's also sitting saying he will do this and he will do that. The BJP on expected lines has now lashed out at the Congress saying that how come they continue to make personal remarks one after the other. The Congress in its defense has gone on to say that Kharge was not referring to the Prime Minister's birth father but used the term as a figure of speech. Now, this hasn't cut ice with the BJP, who's now questioned the mindset of the Congress party. The fact is that the Congress hasn't indulged in this name calling for the first time, and in the past all these cases have backfired for the Congress. So the bigger question is, will this now become a turning point as far as the elections in Telangana are concerned?
ये है, इसीलिए मोदी झूठ है हम बोले तो आप चंद लोग उनके गुस्से में आते हैं, ए प्राइम मिनिस्टर को ऐसा बोले। अरे प्राइम मिनिस्टर का एक तरफ, प्राइम मिनिस्टर का बाप यहां बैठा, उन्हें भी झूठ, उन्होंने भी बोला मैं ये करता हूं वो करता हूं।
दिन रात हम मोदी को गाली पे गाली दे रहे हैं। कल तो कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष महोदय मेरे पिताजी पर भी टूट पड़े। बताइए, उनका स्वर्गवास हुए 40 साल हो गए, उनको गाली दे रहे हैं। क्या हो गया है कांग्रेस को? उनके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष मोदी के पिताजी को गाली दें। खरगे जी, आप तो ऐसे नहीं थे।
Now, before we bring in our guests, let's just give you previous examples where the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has taken a direct jibe at the Prime Minister. Let's break down those examples as well. If you go back to the month of November, where the Prime Minister has now, where Mallikarjun Kharge in fact has gone on to say against the Prime Minister that the Prime Minister is a liar and his father is also a liar. This has now become a big political talking point as far as Telangana is concerned. If you go further back in this year, in the month of April, at that time Mallikarjun Kharge had taken again a jibe at the Prime Minister, saying the Prime Minister is like a poisonous snake. This had now forced the Mallikarjun Kharge at that point to clarify that he in fact was not talking about the Prime Minister but the mindset of the BJP at large. But that was not all. Even in 2022, in the month of November, Mallikarjun Kharge had taken a jibe at the Prime Minister once again, and at that time he had asked, is the Prime Minister like Ravan, which had also resulted in a lot of backlash for the Congress party. And as we pointed out, in the past, all these occasions where the Congress President or any other leader from the Congress has hit out at the Prime Minister indulging in such personal remarks, it in fact has backfired for the Congress. The larger question is, will things be any different this time around in Telangana? Let's now bring in our guests. We have the national spokesperson of the BJP, Tom Vadakkan, joining us on the broadcast. From the Congress, we have Rohan Gupta. He's the national spokesperson of the Congress party. From the BRS, we have Dinesh Chaudhary. He's a leader from the BRS. We also have a political analyst and the senior editor of Swarajya magazine, Tushar Gupta. Gentlemen, good evening. Good to have all of you with us here on CNN News 18. Mr. Varakkan, I'd like to kick things off with you. As we pointed out when we started the show, in politics, name-calling isn't new. All political parties indulge in it. But for the Congress party, many would say there is a larger pattern that is now emerging, taking these direct jibes against the Prime Minister, many of them getting extremely personal as well. Firstly, how did you see the remarks that came in from Mallikarjun Kharge earlier in the day? Actually, they came yesterday.
I cannot repeat what he said, nor would I ever dream of repeating anything to anybody in this language. Politics or no politics, there are certain levels of civil behavior. If that civil behavior is crossed, then the issue goes not to the individual he is insulted, but into the people's court. And I think the issue will be decided in the people's court, whether it's now or in 24, we'll have to see. Because this is a shocking event, and I do not want to go that way because there are many questions that can be asked on the predecessor of many in the Congress, and the DNA labs will be very busy if we indulge in that, and we do not intend to open that Pandora's box and get that way to win any elections. We do it by services to the people of India, and that is what we are remembered for. We do not have to call anybody any names to win any elections, but there is a crowd, that the top crowd in the Congress party applauds it, and eventually promotions and security is given to these people who go into this abusive mode. That is where the catch is.
Okay. Rahul Gupta, I want to bring you in. When I started the show, I just gave a few examples of where we've seen something similar, where the Congress president, no less, is indulged in these personal remarks against the Prime Minister. The larger question that's being asked by the BJP is, one, what benefit does the Congress get by indulging in such personal remarks? And secondly, doesn't it kind of demote the position of the Congress president? Because it's not so any small leader, but the party president is indulging in such remarks.
Ridhima, I think as a news anchor, when you present this kind of debates, I think you should have balanced approach when you are asking question to Congress. Same time, you should ask question to BJP. Just 2 days back, Mr. Prime Minister referred Rahul Gandhi ji as Murko ka Sardar. Don't you feel that's a personal comment?
One second, Rohan, since you questioned, one second, I'll give you, I'll give you full time. One second. Rohan, I am letting you complete. I am letting you complete only. Since you asked me, the first line when I asked Mr. Varakkan, I categorically said, every political party indulges in name calling. Okay, so I started exactly by that, and I will go back to the BJP. But first, you tell me. First the comment has been made by the Congress president. You should be telling me why the Congress president indulged in the name calling, and does the Congress
feel let me complete.
That this will actually help the Congress, or this will not help the Congress?
Please allow me to complete, Ridhima. Please allow me to complete now. See, as an anchor, you should always present both the sides. That is where the reliability comes. This is just my advice to you. You are a young anchor and we should balance. My point is absolutely there should not be any personal comment in politics. This is what I believe. Just 2 days back, Prime Minister says Rahul Gandhi Murko ka Sardar. There was no debate on that. Before that, Prime Minister, I'll give you 15 such examples, whether it is Jersey Cow or hybrid bachda. There are personal comments which are made by Prime Minister. And maybe 90 occasions he has abused Congress leaders on personal ground. So I think the rule should be on both the sides. And when BJP follows the rule, then definitely, they can complain. But where their leaders, they abuse Congress party leaders and then they complain, I think this is not going to work. Same issue they raised in Karnataka, and it backfired badly, because what people want is what is for them, what is for people of Telangana. They have tied up with BRS indirectly. Their alliance is really killing people of Telangana. What they are offering to people of Telangana? They are not offering anything. So point here is, when you make abuse to others, you cannot complain on the moral grounds. If you don't do and somebody does, definitely I have right to complain against that. So there has to be balance between this kind of approach.
Okay, so Rohan, I just want to essentially now understand, since the point that you're making essentially is that the BJP is also indulged in similar name calling. So is this a tit-for-tat practice that we see?
No, absolutely not, Ridhima. No, I don't believe in tit-for-tat. What I am saying, when Khargeji, because I was there in that Sabha at Mallikarjun, he clearly said, see, when a person speaks in a slang, what he said, that unke baap in terms of not fulfilling the promise, If now Modi ji wants to take literally and try to make it a election issue because Telangana they are losing badly, it's up to him. But I am giving examples where Modi ji has directly made comments against Congress leaders and there is no apology. Just 2 days back, he told Rahul Gandhi ji, Murkho ka Sardar, you tell me one debate on your channel on this subject. Absolutely no. I completely don't agree with that. Congress has clarified that reference is made on his act, not on a personal ground. At least we have that morality that we clarify. You tell me one occasion where BJP has clarified when Ashwini Chaubey called Gandhi Rali ka Kida
Mr.
for Rahul
Varakan,
Gandhi.
the point
You
that
tell
the
me
Congress
one
is
occasion
making,
where
and because
BJP
I
has
said this
apologized
when
or
I
clarified.
started the show, that every political party indulges in name calling, the larger question for the voter and even for the viewer is that does this have any impact as far as electoral success is concerned? And as Rohan Gupta is rightly pointing out, there have been many instances in the past where the BJP leaders have also indulged in extremely derogatory personal
Just 2 days
remarks,
back.
either against the Gandhis or various other Congress leaders. So how is it okay that when the Congress does it, it becomes a big issue, but when the BJP does it, it shouldn't be made into a mole, into a mountain? Why not?
Ridhima, let me get into what this Mr. Rohan Gupta has said. He says Murko ka whatever that word was, Murko Maharaj or whatever. He, if you carefully study that thing, I think Rohan should go and examine it. He never mentioned Rahul Gandhi by name. We are not saying that it may have been. No, please check your archives. Go
I
and
have
check
checked.
it.
I have checked, Rabadakkarji. I have checked.
There was no mention of Rahul Gandhi. That's the fact of the matter. Second, the second issue you said is we have tied up with TRS. Forget it. We are fighting on our own, and this is also factually incorrect. So you're wrong on facts. When you come here on
No, it's not
television,
wrong on facts.
I advise you. I've been your senior in your department, so I advise you, do your homework thoroughly, get your
See,
facts.
Pankaj, I don't need your advice now because
No,
if I
I know
follow
you don't
advice,
need
I will not
advice,
listen
but
to
you
my
need
conscience.
Okay,
So let us
Rohan,
not give
Rohan,
advice
let,
on national
Rohan, let
issues.
Mr.
Right
Varakan
now, you are
complete. Rohan,
representing
let
some
Mr.
other party.
Varakan complete
I
his
respect
point.
you as an
I'll come
individual.
back to you and
So
give
let
you
us
enough
not, I
time.
don't
Let's
want
not
your
speak
advice.
over each other,
I
please.
don't want your
Please.
advice. Let us debate.
Rohan,
I respect
Rohan,
you
I
as an
request you.
individual.
I request you. I really request you. Let Mr. Varakan complete his point. I have to go to the other panelists and I'll come back to you. Let's not speak over each other. Mr. Varakan, finish your point, please.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is there was no personal references to Rahul Gandhi. There is a perception that came and they believe that it is Rahul Gandhi. That the Prime Minister cannot be blamed. Second issue is about Telangana. He says there's a tie-up in Telangana between TR. That's factually incorrect.
Okay.
And which is in
It is
public
correct.
domain. I don't have to bring proof for that. The third thing is, this is, it's not an isolated event. It is smaller leaders from all parties. We are against
Sure.
it. Look, anybody calling anybody names is not acceptable in civil society. And that's not the way we go. We have something called a sanskar.
Okay.
And that is to avoid this kind of bad language.
Okay.
And if Congress accepts it, we will tell our people not to indulge in this. And that's
Okay.
the only good way and that's the only solution to a problem.
Okay, I want to bring in Dinesh Chaudhary also before I go to Tushar. Dinesh Chaudhary, how did you see the remarks that came in from the Congress president? Yes, he hit out at the BJP, but he hit out at KCR as well. And he said if Modi is lying, KCR is doing exactly the same.
Ridhima, Congress party, when somebody comments on them, they express anguish all over, saying that this is unfair. They have called our leader's dead father into and they have dragged him into this. You remember last time when Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sharma made derogatory comments against Rahul Gandhi and questioned his parentage, they were all erupted all over, saying that how can he say about somebody's father like this? How can they stoop to such level? But now what are they doing? See, they are name calling everybody. Their president is referring to somebody as somebody's father, and they are dragging CM KCR's name. And let me point out one thing: their PCC president is a much more guttermouth in this. And few days back, he has passed derogatory remarks against CM KCR's mother also in this regard in Kamareddy. He was passing derogatory remarks against
So I'm
CM's
essentially
mother.
trying to understand,
And
Dinesh,
no,
when
no,
political
Ridhima, let me
parties.
complete.
No, no.
Let
So
me
I'm
complete.
essentially
Let me
trying to
complete. I have no more
understand.
points to make out.
No, no, that's
I have
fair.
no more points to make
I'm
out.
essentially trying to understand, Tushar, when political parties indulge in this name calling, who does it benefit? And I know that Rohan will not agree with me, but the examples that I gave at the start of the show are crucial because every single time before various state elections that we've seen Congress leaders come out and indulge in this name calling, it's actually worked in the benefit of either the Modi factor or the BJP at large. So I'm essentially trying to understand the rationale as to why we keep seeing Congress leaders indulge in some personal remarks.
Ridhima, the only simplest explanation for this is they don't exchange the notes between the parties. They haven't learned anything from Manishankar Iyer, who made that very obscure remark in 2014 when he was commenting on Prime Minister, then Chief Minister Modi. Just a few weeks back, we had Pawan Khera, who was trying to be a little oversmart and then made a sly about Adani and Modi. And that was also a comment uncalled for. And then later he was apologizing, saying it was uncalled for. And here Rohan Gupta says, when you speak in a certain slang, it comes across a certain way. Sorry, but Pawan Khera was apologizing for a very similar remark just a few weeks back. The entire Congress spokesperson unit was apologizing. It was taking it back. Now, I don't understand why the Congress simply doesn't believe that every personal attack against Modi will backfire. They made it before the elections, they make it after the elections, they make it any time by any leader. Be it Rahul Gandhi, be it a junior, spokesperson or a karyakarta, it's going to work in the favor of BJP. It's worked in the favor of the BJP in the past as well. You are not getting anything by attacking Modi in this way, especially when you're fighting state elections in 5 states. It's not just Telangana.
Tushar, the point that Rohan was making a short while ago was that the BJP does exactly the same and other political parties do exactly the same. So does BJP today have the right to have this higher moral ground because their leaders have indulged in similar name calling as well? I do remember there was BJP MP Nishikant Dubey had said something about a Betar Damad comment. There was something that was said in Karnataka about Sonia Gandhi being a Vishwakanya. We've seen these comments that have been extremely personal and derogatory by BJP leaders as well. So who really gets to decide and take the moral higher ground?
Look, at the end of the day, the voters decide, Ridhima. No one has the moral high ground, not the parties especially, be it the BJP or the Congress, when it comes to name calling. And I would like to fact check Rohan here on one thing. The Prime Minister did not refer to Rahul Gandhi as Murkho ka Sardar. He said Congress ka Gyani. Now, if the Congress spokesperson wants to believe it was indeed referred to Rahul Gandhi, I really don't know what to say. But again, Ridhima,
I will answer that.
It's the public perception that sort of works against the Congress every time they attack Modi. Of course, the BJP is no less when it comes to making those remarks, be it their MPs or their MLAs. That happens and that cannot be discarded at all.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, the Congress needs to understand the way they attack Modi, attack him on his policies, attack him on his agendas. They might still get the votes. But the day you attack him personally, call him Chaukidar Chor hai, or insult his family, his father or his mother, it's going to work against the Congress and it's going to work against the Congress even in Telangana. They just don't learn from the mistakes.
So Rohan, respond to that. The point that Tushar is making that when you know a leader like the Prime Minister has huge popularity across the country, why attack him personally when that can backfire you? It would rather be beneficial for the Congress to attack the BJP on their intent or the lack of promises of the work that has been done or the policies that were promised and not fulfilled.
Ridhima, first of all, so-called reporter and BJP spokesperson, they asked that it was not referred to Rahul Gandhi. Let me remind them, Mr. Modi referred to statement made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi on Chinese mobile manufacturing. He referred that okay, Congress leader says that we are not the manufacturer. This was a statement made by Rahul Gandhi. Who doesn't know that? So where is the question of, he's not referring to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Everybody knows that when Mr. Modi speaks something, there are different moral standards. And when any Congress leader, and I'm not advocating that, but suppose that any Congress leader makes any comments, there are moral grounds, there will be impact on votes. We have seen this in Karnataka when Mr. Modi raised this issue. The same comments were made against Sonia Gandhi ji, and electoral, the people know. For them, their issues are more important. I'm definitely not advocating, but at the same time, when you put the moral grounds, it should be same against Mr. Modi, it should be same against Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Why Hemanta Sharma, when he makes personal comment against Rahul Gandhi, no Patrakar like Mr. Tushar Gupta comes out and says openly, no, it is not done. That is absolutely not done. When you are acting as a Patrakar, you should be against balance. My only point here is, Nobody in politics should make any personal comments against anybody.
Okay.
That is going to backfire. But at the same time, people who are complaining, if they're taking a moral ground, their side should be clean. They cannot
Okay.
complain.
Rohan, I
Number
do
one.
hope
Number
there are
two,
other people
one
within the
example, small
Congress who are
example,
listening to
Ridhima,
you when you
of how
say that
BJP
no
and
political
BRS,
party should
they are
indulge
one.
in
I will give
personal
you a small
remarks because
example.
that doesn't benefit any political party, and at the end of the day, the voters only want to hear their concerns. I want to make a slight deviation when I get Dinesh back in the conversation. Dinesh, between these allegations and counter allegations, for any voter who's watching this telecast, they would want to hear their leaders, the political spokespersons, talk about the real issues and what they would do for the people. A few days ago, there was a big prediction that was made by the Telangana Chief Minister, who in fact said that there is going to be no national party that will be able to get any electoral success. In fact, it will be a coalition of various regional parties. What gives the BRS that kind of confidence to take on the heavy machinery, whether it's the BJP or the Congress?
Ridhima, the situation in the country is definitely going to change because Modi ji hasn't been able to deliver whatever he has promised to the people. And at the same time, the India alliance is in shambles because you see Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav slamming Rahul Gandhi or Congress party over their non-cooperative ways, or Aam Aadmi Party venting out their reservations regarding contesting in other parties, or Congress Party taking the big brother approach towards them. Even Trinamool Congress is also in a dilemma whether Congress Party is really interested. Nitish Kumar has already expressed those apprehensions. So here BJP is on the wane and India Alliance is not exactly on the resurgent wave. So we feel there is a scope for hung politics in the central elections, and we will definitely try to use it to the advantage of Telangana and what do you call cooperative federalism. But at the same time, Ridhima, there needs to be a clarification which I want to give to the people. Previously, Congress spokesperson has said that we were in alliance with BJP or something in Telangana. But that gentleman needs to know and the nation needs to know it's not us who are in alliance with them or BJP. But BJP and Congress are sharing power in Telangana municipality. I will name them. Maktal municipality and Manikonda municipality. Congress and BJP are sharing power. It's two of them who are handing low and they are trying to pin the blame on us. This exposes their agenda.
This is interesting. The BRS says the BJP and the Congress are working together. The others say the others are working together. But Tom Varadkar, I'll give you the final word. This is interesting in terms of the confidence. One sec, Rohan. I am running out of time. I'd want to give Tom Varadkar the final word. Tom Varadkar, how do you see the confidence that is being exuded by parties like the BRS, where they're completely negating the fact that national parties will have any relevance come 2024 because of the lack of work that has been done on the ground? You can keep having personal remarks, but until and unless there is political will and intent that's shown in terms of work, the voter will decide differently.
Ridhima, let me put it on record today. There is this promise that they talk about Modi ji, and I have used it many times. And when I heard the final tape, I realized I had made a mistake. The final tape was when Prime Minister said, if we get the black money from abroad, we will be, if we get it, we will be able to give as much as 15 lakhs. That was a statement that if we get it, it's not that we will promise, it was not a promise, it was that we will be able to. Now, that was a statement which has been twisted. And Prime Minister, it seems, and I apologized publicly on this matter because I had taken this issue up. But when I studied the tape closely, I realized the kind of mistake and the kind of narrative the Congress party was building. That's one. Number two of this whole argument, every party has its own rights to believe in democracy and believe that they can build a new world. They are welcome to do that. But it is for the people of India, and it's in the people's court they will decide who's done what and for whom. And when that comes out, the jury will be out and a decision will be taken.
Okay. Unfortunately, I've completely run out of time. I'd like to thank all our guests, Tom Varakan, Rohan Gupta, Dinesh Chaudhary, as well as Tushar Gupta. At the end of the day, it will be the voter that will decide whether these personal remarks will backfire, whether they will work at the benefit of the Congress. Only time will tell. With that, completely out of time. Thanks a lot for watching. We're slipping into a very short break, but news and updates continue here on CNN News 18.